Today we're replacing that old e-bike controller which does not work anymore with this brand new one. A few wires here have been replaced, tapped, so we're going to show you how to install the new controller, and including the key lock. So we got the wire from the key lock coming here, and we're going to plug it to the display connector of this new controller. It's a 1500 watt controller, by the way, and that's the display connector here. And we're going to tap that red wire here, cut it here, and insert that switch, which is the kill switch for the key, in there. Alright, so we're going to use these sort of connectors. They have a gel in them which makes them, I wouldn't say waterproof, but sort of water resistant, and the gel, when you press this down, basically squeezes and comes out to the edge here. So when you cut the wire and put it in, you put both wires in here and press down, and inside there's something metallic, which is the connector that's connecting both sides together, and it chews through the insulation to touch the inside core and make the connection. So we're going to cut that red wire from the display, first wire here on that side, around here, and we're going to put one end to one connector. Make sure when you push it in, it goes all the way in, because the metallic part is on that edge. So if you don't put it all in the way in, if you put it round about there, you'll miss the metallic piece and it won't crimp it to it. So this is a switch, so by the way, it doesn't matter which side or which color, it's just open or closed to make the continuity between the two wires. Alright, so we push it in all the way. We are on both sides pushed in, and we use a thick pair of pliers to crimp it down. There we go. Alright, we'll do the same thing on the other side with another connector to the other side of the connector. Alright, so there we are. Crimp it down. Push the wires in before pressing down. You see that that's the gel I'm talking about. Comes out a little bit, it doesn't really matter, and it's a special gel made for this, so don't worry about it if it spills out. It's no big deal. Now we have the key lock connected, so the key will turn on or off the bike, or protect it actually from turning on if you don't have the key. Now we're going to connect all the other connectors and we'll be ready to go. Now we're going to connect the motor, so easy done. 3 wires, and they have a collar on them so you don't mix them up. I'm going to start with this one, green on green. You can, when you do that, you can use a spray, which is a contact cleaner. This is the nut that goes onto it, and that's an 8mm, which we have a socket for. So press down, there we go. So 8mm. Make sure your connection is nice and tight, because there's a lot of power going through those wires and you don't want the connection to be loose. If it's loose, it's going to overheat and start to burn out. That's why it's also good to clean with the spray before you close it. And the last one. Okay, that's good. Now we just close the lid and the motor will. Here we go. The motor is connected, and the sensor for the motor is that big white plug which goes here. I'm going to spray that as well from the other side. There we go. And now we'll connect all the small other connectors, and it will be ready to use. This is, by the way, the throttle, which we converted to a Suron throttle. We use the same kind of small connectors like those ones here in the tape there. So that's the throttle here. I think that's this one here, yeah. So the wires color do not really match on this one, but it's the right connector for it. We now have the display here on that big plug, which we have the key on that. And now we need just to connect the battery and it will be done. Now for the battery, this battery cable was supposed to be the female part of that connector. So over time it's burnt off, so we had to cut it, and we used some crimped connectors, which you can't really see now because of the tape, but they're pretty much like these ones here, so like that. So this cable is now not going to be able to connect, so we're going to take the older cable from this old controller, and we're going to cut and crimp the new ones here to connect there. So it's going to be, this is actually a bit short anyway, so by using those we'll be able to reach without a problem. And this is the inside of the old controller, by the way. You don't really see any damage, although it didn't work anymore. But yeah, we're going to cut the wires somewhere here. So that's for the black one, and about the same length for the red one. And we pull them out from that insulation, and we are going to connect them to this here. You can use these ones here. Actually, they're a pretty good two-way connector, which is crimped with these kind of pliers. This is to open the insulation. So this is a blue connector, so we use the blue side of the pliers. It's for the different size. Make sure when you do this that you don't mix and match the red and black wires, because you will inverse the polarity and you're going to blow your controller. You need to make sure your wires are stuck together, otherwise they will catch the inside and bend back, and you don't want that. There we go. Alright, so we've now extended those wires. That's pretty good like this. And we're going to be able to connect them there. So we put everything in the old bag. Not much room in there, but here we go. Is your key on or off?
It's off.
Keep it off for now. Alright, the battery is connected and we'll be able to test it. I'm just going to pack that up nicely. Alright, so I've packed it all nice, and now we can turn on the battery and turn on the key and see if your controller start up. There we go. Your bike is fixed, my boy. You can ride again. Whoop, not so soon. Last thing I'm doing is, because this is not the original connector, and with vibration of the bikes it keeps disconnecting, so I'm putting zip ties here that will lock onto the connector, so it's zipped a bit tighter than the connector itself. So when I pass through another zip tie here and another one on the other side, it will actually bring those two together and stop it from disconnecting with the vibrations. There we go. There we go. We go like this and like that. So as I tie this one here and that one down there, there we go. That will keep them tied together.